Hey y'all, Zach here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how rare is a 405 bench really. But before we get started, I do want to promote my program real quick, right? Only $5, less than a Big Mac, but more fulfilling, I say, right? It's garnered towards strength training and hypertrophy, right? I could bench 405. There's a video of me doing that. And I would say I'm pretty aesthetically pleasing for the most part. Here's a video of me flexing. Just got done finishing my chest and back day, so let's see what I'm working with. Right, again, only $5, less than a Big Mac, but more fulfilling. All right, getting straight into the video, right? So how rare is 405 really? Well, I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you, it's super rare. Actually, top 0.1% to be exact. Probably less than that, right? And then you gotta think too, the people who are benching that much weight are probably enhanced, right? Proud to say I am a natural lifter. I've never used any anabolic agents such as steroids or SARMs or anything like that. So it's kind of a flex to be able to hit the 4-plate club and be natural, right? But again, I am among one of the most, I wouldn't say elite, but I am elite. It sounds super egotistical to say that, but it took me 2 years to get to this, right? And a lot of people it took them probably about a decade. A lot of stories I hear where it takes them a long time to get to 405, right? Like as in they're dedicated, they're consistent with it. But again, there are factors to play, right? Like I'm just naturally really strong. I've noticed that when I was younger, right? I could do a pull-up, like multiple pull-ups when I was like freaking 12. Really cool, with pretty decent form too. Yeah, again, a lot of factors at play, right? Genetics, but then again, you got your dedication, your mental fortitude, right? You got to be consistent with stuff, and you got to be, mentally strong as well. Because again, it took me 2 years, which is actually very above average. But within those 2 years, I'm not like hitting past my plateau because I was stuck at 365 to 370 for a long time. And it messes with you, right? Because you're like, damn, maybe I'm just not suited or built to bench 405, right? But the thing about that is I kept showing up. I kept going to the gym and I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. It's chest day anyway. Chest day equals best day, right? But again, that's another factor, right? A lot of people lack the mental fortitude to keep going. And that's why I respect a lot of people who be like, no, my journey's been like freaking 10 years. I hit it, but it took me about a decade. I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have the mental fortitude to keep going past year 5, honestly. So respect to you. Respect to those people. Like you are very strong. And the funny thing about that, the people who say that or who have been like training for like over a decade to get that, they're actually a lot lighter, right? They're in like the 170s to 160s. So that's even more impressive. You are pretty much beyond elite at that point because you're bench pressing double your body weight, right? Insane. And again, talking about that, I've noticed like for me to bench 405, like, you got to put pick up the fork, right? You got to start eating a lot because a lot of people who want to go for that 4 plates, they just don't have the mental drive to eat or go to the gym. But like, you got to do both. If you want to get big, or if you want to get a bigger bench, you kind of got to get big yourself, right? Or that's what I say anyway. But yeah, no, it's 405 is just rare. I mean, again, I benched 405, right? First time benching 405. Here's a video of me doing that. So 395 moved pretty fucking good. So we're gonna go for 4 fucking plates, bro. Holy shit. Let's do this. I got it. I got it. Don't touch it.
Let's go.
Whoa! Let's go, bro. And a week later, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna bench 405 again. And then here's me drastically failing that, right?
Hey, come on. Up.
Yep. Nah. Damn, bro. So people who even bench 405, you're not gonna always hit 405, right? Especially if you're really new at it. It's such a huge, tremendous amount of weight that your CNS is like, all right, hold on, buddy. We don't know if we have it in the tank today, right? Because again, it's something like where your body really needs to adapt. And that's why I'd probably recommend doing some, just lockouts, just holding it. I forgot the static holds, right? let your CNS get used to it for a little bit. Because again, it's more than big boy weight. That's some grown ass man weight, right? You're benching someone's freaking squat. Like your arms are the equivalent to a strong man's legs, right? That's like 405 is in fact a different breed. And again, you won't see a lot of people benching that, right? And like I've said, like for you to consistently bench 405, like on a weekly basis, your max needs to be somewhere around 425 to 435, right? As in like, okay, you mastered 405, right? Like you feel okay enough to where you can go in there and even on a midday, you could bench 405. That's when you know you're just strong, right? Again, statistically wise, like if you bench 405, you walk into the room 10 times out of 10, you are the strongest person in there when it comes to bench pressing, right? Obviously there's other definitions of strength, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to powerlifting and bench pressing, you are the strongest person in there. That's just how it is. Don't hate me, bro. Hit the game. But yeah, 405, statistically, you're elite. You like, right? I plugged in my numbers in strengthlevel.com. I am stronger than 95+% of the lifters my body weight. And these are against people who are like powerlifting, not just the general population, right? Because, oh, but the general population doesn't really work out, right? That's 100% fair. But you got to think too, even if they do work out, they're probably never going to hit this weight. That's just how it is, right? Again, a lot of factors to play, genetics, like your diet, your consistency, your just mental fortitude, stuff like that, right? But yeah, no, if you clicked on this video thinking, oh man, I'll probably be able to bench 405, you probably can, but you need to be well equipped, right? Mentally, physically, genetically, right? It's going to be hard, right? There's times where I'm like, man, fuck bench. I'll just keep deadlifting because I'm more like biomechanically advantaged at this area of lifting, right? But I have no pussy in my DNA, so I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep going, right? You gotta keep clocking in, keep getting stronger, and put your time in, even if it looks like you're not getting anything out of it, right? The cool thing about the gym is the more time you put in, the more effort you'll see, right? Like it's something that actually gives back to you, right? Unlike most things in life. But that's why I love the gym. That's why I like being consistent. That's why I like just being better every single day. But that's the end of my video. If you have questions, comments, concerns, just leave them down below. Really appreciate you guys and have a good day.